दी रब रब कर दी वे मैं कर दी रब रब मैं कर दी रब रब कर दी कि लोकी कहण छुई मोई छुई मोई छुई मोई छुई मोई छुई मोई छुई मोई ओ संडे नाल रवोगे ते ऐश करोगे जिंदगी दे सारे मजे कैश करोगे ओ संडे नाल रवोगे ते ऐश करोगे
One, two, 1, 2. Good evening, good evening. Jesh Ramanan, I woke him up just now right there, right? Good evening to each and every one of you. Rafina Hanif, Rashid Backus in New Jersey. Jennifer Prasad, how you guys are doing? Mr. Russell Link, good evening to each and every one of you. And yes, we found out online what was the problem. It was just the loose cord from moving around everything in the studio. As they say, SMS love to move around all the equipments. Shanti Singh, as I mentioned, you always love to work, hardworking. The beautiful Shanti Singh, you did rock the stage for Chutney Wine. Hey, Mr. Ivor Safi, salam alaikum to you. Let's rock and roll. The beautiful Sarah, how you doing? Select the bolters on the ones and the twos. We have some beautiful Bhangra music for you, some beautiful West Indian music, and coming all the way from India, some Bollywood tunes. So keep it locked. Hey, you Ginger Dear Narayan, good evening to you. Let's rock and roll. Mr. Tausif Baksh, good evening to you. And yes, you rock the stage for Chutney Wine as well. Rabindranath, good evening, good evening. Share the link, share the love. Sandesh Dayal. He is a famous guy and so many wonderful music videos coming up your way. Shiraz Khan, Mr. Dale Moti, good night to you and the beautiful, all of you wonderful folks in Toronto, all you beautiful folks in Florida. Good evening, good evening. Mr. Navin Singh, that's right. Well, it's Steve Austin and he's back. I'm not sure where you've been, Steve Austin, but welcome back. The beautiful Indira Lotan. The beautiful Rafina Hanif, how was your day? Thank you for asking. As always, when you work in the medical field, it's always a hectic day, but I enjoy what I do. And when you enjoy what you do, it's never work. It's always a fun day, you know, talking to our patients, showing them some love and appreciation. That's what we're supposed to do every day. Ashram, how are you doing? Good evening to you, Mr. Steve Austin. I'm looking forward for those Jamoons from Florida. The beautiful Annie Sweetness, good evening, good evening. You're locked on to Shanaz Musical Sensation. Check it out on www.shanazmusicalsensation.com as well. That is tomorrow. Let's go. Austin, I'll look forward for that. Diamond Vibes, how you doing? Bibi Rafiq, I believe Diamond Vibes will be rocking the airways tomorrow as I drive home from work every Friday night. I'm locked on to Diamond Vibes. Beautiful Rafina Hanif, Rashid in New Jersey, and your beautiful family. Good evening, good evening. Somebody said Toronto, Mr. Kamal Hamid.
को झुका के रख ले गोरे गोरे गालों को छुपा के रख ले ओ नीवी नीवी आंखों को झुका के रख ले गोरे गोरे.
Well, a special salam alaikum is going out to the beautiful Bibi Hanif and her wonderful parents in homeland Guyana. Annie Sweetness, Steve Austin.
हुने होई मुट्टियार मुंडे तो बच के रही तू हुने हुने होई मुट्टियार मुंडे तो बच के रही.
Mr. Kamal Hamid, I need you to bust a dance in the beautiful Thursday night in NYC. Yes, somebody said it was hot today. Well, we have to be thankful that we are alive to feel this hot and this heat. Well, it's DJ Songmaster. Brand new song fresh off the press finish and yes, ready for you guys on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Love is in the air, and that is all of my love to each and every one of you. Shake those shoulders. Thank God it's Thursday. New adventures indeed, everyone. everyone is having a YouTube channel, so check out Mr. Steve Austin YouTube channel, The Adventures, maybe in GT. Hey, Property Prabhu, how you doing? Good evening to you. Bibi Prashad, Annie Sweetness for all your balloon ornaments and arrangements. The beautiful Julie Singh.
पास में रहेंगे साथ में हाथों में हाथ दे सोचेंगे बाद में बाकी है जो भी बचा हम दोनों को चढ़ा नशा और मुझे पता तेरे दिन में मैंने हल ली है सारी जगह आजा साथ में गाय अब लेके बजा डिंग डांग डिंग
Happy 27th wedding anniversary greetings are going out to Mr. Hamid and his beautiful wife Susan Hamid of Toronto, wishing you lots of love and happiness coming from Shanaz musical sensation, celebrating 27 years of love. So Susan Hamid, happy 27th wedding anniversary coming from your handsome husband. Radha Totara. Zelina Bacchus, it's Thursday night, guys. Let's loosen up a little bit.
धीरे धीरे बन जाए न कोई कहानी देखो देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी धीरे धीरे बन जाए न कोई कहानी दिल पर है दिलकश है दिलदार नजारे हैं आज ज़मीं पर उतरे कितने सितारे हैं अगलो होश नमी दानम हम है दिल है और जानम बस दीवानगी 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 है ना कोई रहसन ना रहबर ये इल्जाम लगे किस पर बस दीवानगी 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 है All hot girls put your hands up and say Om Shanti All cool boys come on make some noise and say Om Shanti
Mr. Mitch, good night to you. It was indeed a pleasure meeting you. Liz Elizabeth, good night to you. The beautiful Shariza Mohammed Roy Isaac. Fariza Salim Nagita.
शाम गजब की हंगामा खेज है
इसका नशा ही गहरा है तेज है
शाम गजब की हंगामा खेज है
इसका नशा ही गहरा है तेज है
What is the beautiful Deborah Johnson?
कुड़ियों का नशा प्यारे नशा सबसे नशीला है जिसे देखो यहाँ वो हुस्न की बारिश में गीला है इश्क के नाम पे करते सभी अब रास लीला है मैं करूँ तो साला कैरेक्टर ढीला है मैं करूँ तो साला कैरेक्टर ढीला है
लड़कों का नशा प्यारे नशा सबसे नशीला है जिसे देखो यहाँ वो हुस्न की बारिश में गीला है के नाम पे करते सभी अब रास लीला है
मैं करूँ तो साला कैरेक्टर ढीला है मैं करूँ तो साला कैरेक्टर ढीला है
है सिंपल सा ये फॉर्मूला है लव का फंडा खोखला मुझे बस प्यास दो ये दिल कूल 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 रहता है
किसी का
Well, it's a Firish Babu, Sandy Dayal, Maneshwar Rupa. The beautiful Sandy Dayal, greetings are coming from your handsome son. Somebody said Terry G. Dignitary. Ashram, good evening to you. After a long, hard day of working, we need some music to relax us. Mr. Rashid Bacchus, Prem Singh. What's your plans for the weekend? What's your plans for the upcoming weekend? That's right, a long weekend is coming up. Lots of big things coming up your way on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Jennifer Rajkumar, Bibi Ha. Well, Mr. Ganesh Balak, how you doing? Fariza, good evening to you. The time is now. Call the beautiful Rosanna Buman from Access 24 Homes, 516-322-0632. Access 24 Homes. Somebody said dignitary. Cat's Beauty Bar, 347-279-6280. My brother from Toronto, Mr. Tyrone Madramutu, and all of you who are celebrating Raksha Bandhan. It was indeed an honor and pleasure tying Rocky and my Rocky's brother arm for so long, so many years. You know, due to the pandemic, you still made an effort to come on down to Chutney Wine. We had an awesome time. Thank you to all of you who attended Chutney Wine. Good evening, good evening. The beautiful Mona Lisa Prasad Nagita, good evening to you. It's time to rock and roll. Who's the beautiful girl? Who is the beautiful singer? You never know. Somebody say Sandesh Dayal and Mr. Jash Ramanan. Caballero. The beautiful Rose, how are you doing? Good evening, a pleasant Thursday night to each and every one of you. Hey, Sunita, how you doing? Let's rock and roll as we guys are unwinding. We're preparing for a beautiful weekend. You know, I love my program, and I love because you could prepare for a weekend in case I'm not in the mood to do anything on Friday, which everyone know I'm out of town. You know, Lake George is calling my name. It's about that time of the year when we take a little mini vacation to Lake George. Hey, the beautiful Kim Pearl, Radha Totaram, Priya Budram, and name the artist, name the singer. For those of you who've seen my post earlier on Facebook, it's been on my story. So who is the singer next to me? I'm not sure what I have to give away today, except a microphone in front of me, maybe Jesh Ramanan. You know, I'll do an auction and the winner gets Jesh. How about that? So name the singer, the artist I put up on Facebook earlier. In their nightfall. Good night, good night. Brand new, fresh off the press. Tora Sapyar, who are coming up, but yours truly, Radha Ramutar. Sing it. Indeed, and when you hear her new, the latest song coming out of Shanaz Musical Studios with the background and the engineering and mix and master by Mr. Jesh, you will say she does know her game. Biram Jairam, and he's saying good night to the ladies. What about the guys? Somebody say call or tune.
Call love tune, baby. Call love tune, baby. Call love tune, baby.
Call or tune, baby.
Call love tune, baby. Call love tune, baby. Call love tune, baby.
Welcome to beautiful Linai from the Sunshine State. Rohini Chital, good evening to you. And yes, I love music, and if you can't rock and move to music, then something is really wrong with a person.
I'm over the moon.
I'm always over the moon when I listen to good music. Hey DJ Chris.
तुझे चाहो समर विंटर मॉनसून सोनिए
Mr. Harry Shiv, that it was nice seeing you at Chutney Wine.
हर कदम में कोई जादू है तेरे चेहरे का नूर मुझे
Where's our beautiful Sheila Mata Prasad? Baby, have good night. You will be there in a rhyme.
काबू है तू मेरा है नशा तू मेरा है जुनून Call love tune, baby. Call love tune, baby. Call love tune, baby.
This song was done by Mr. Jesh, and I'll enclose the link after our program so you can see the video up on YouTube. Where is our famous John from Queens? Chico hit wrong, Linai. Well, it's a beautiful Renetta, Jeffrey. Where is DJ Fast?
Oh God, one more remix.
Just one more remix and we'll go to a brand new song fresh off the press from yours truly, the beautiful Tasha Hari.
दिल धड़काए और सीटी बजाए, दिल धड़काए सीटी बजाए, बीच सड़क पे नखरा दिखाए सारे हो करके इशारे, हो लड़की हो लड़की हो लड़की आंख मारे आंख मारे, हो लड़की आंख मारे आंख मारे, हो लड़की आंख मारे।
Sandra Mahadev.
जहाँ जहाँ जाऊँ मेरे पीछे पीछे आए, गली गली के आशिक तो मेरा हो।
Bibi Fazila. Bibi Diana Ryan.
हाय जहाँ जहाँ जाए तेरे पीछे पीछे आए,
The beautiful Wendy Tucker-Dean.
मेरे तेरा होना चाहे,
सीटी बजाए, नखरे दिखाए, सीटी बजाए, नखरे दिखाए, बीच सड़क में हर नाम मेरा पुकारे, ओ करके इशारे, ओ लड़का, ओ लड़का, आंख मारे।
आंख मारे, ओ लड़की आंख मारे।
The beautiful Eileen Sukran watching us from the Sunshine State. Hey Donna Singh, good evening to you watching us from Canada. Love, love, and more love. Thank you guys for sharing the link and sharing the love. Hey, the beautiful Janet B. Harry, Bibi Fazila's Jai Karan.
कुमार सानू की आवाज में
ओ लड़की आंख मारे आंख मारे, ओ लड़की आंख मारे।
The voice of Kumar Sanu. Indeed, he was a very, very talented guy. He's a very talented singer, and I had the opportunity of seeing him on stage in New Jersey right before the pandemic. So big up to Kumar Sanu, Alka Yagnik, and Udit Narayan. Wonderful guys indeed. Hey, fabulous Wesley, good evening to you, and thank you for that clip on Chutney Wine. Guys, good evening. Happy Thursday. I know it's so hot in New York right now, but we have to give thanks and look at our glass half full, not half empty. We are alive. We are here to share the music, to share the love, and to say, how are you? How was your day? And I hope you guys had a fantastic day. If not, you know, not every day is going to be fantastic. Fantastic right now is overrated because we don't always have a fantastic day. We are okay. That's a good word to be. We are okay. And we do have a brand new song by the Irish Babu. He will surprise you as he rocked the stage last Saturday on Chutney Wine. Bobby, how you doing? Good evening to you. And all the wonderful singers who made that show possible. And I see the beautiful Sonia is locked on. Good evening, good evening. So Tasha, welcome to Shanaz Musical Sensation. And I know you guys will hear from her song in a few minutes. So good evening, good evening. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am great. You know, we have a full audience here, a live studio audience watching Tasha today. And we listened to her beautiful song earlier. And I know Jesh had it right there on the playlist. So how are you, and how is Toda Sa Pyara Hua your favorite song,
Yeah, I love it.
or one of your favorite? Because you say you have more coming up, so I'm assuming you have lots more. One of. Hey, the beautiful Patsy Kundan, Bobby, good evening to you. Kim Pearl, thank you guys very much. I want you to show her some love because next week her music video will be making a debut on Shanaz Musical Sensation, our TV program. It's not quite ready. It still needs some tweeting, and it's going to be on Shanaz Musical Sensation Spectrum TV channel 96. You have to see it not this upcoming Saturday, but the following Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, we have clips from Chutney Wine. That's right. For those of you who didn't make the program and who are you international folks, we have it for you guys on Spectrum TV, and it will be also on my website, shanazmusicalsensation.com. Hey, Firish Babu, good evening to you. Somebody said Terry G and dig the Terry because we're releasing their track also. So good evening to you guys. All the tracks tonight here Majority of them are brand new. So hey, Sonia Chandani, good evening to you. We miss you, but yes, you will be on our next Chutney Wine 2022. Hey, Susie, good evening to you. And let's talk to Tasha. Harry, Tasha came from Guyana as a young person living in New York. Or born here. The Firish Babu said he got something big coming up with Mr. Jesh. So stop by our studio, guys. We have a live studio audience, and that's what I love with music. We could entertain, we can have fun. We had dinner, just chilling, watching you guys. And I hope we're making your Thursday night a little bit brighter as we finish. Are you ready to release that song? You want them to hear it?
Definitely.
Okay, guys, let's go. Select the both and the ones and the twos. And my good friend, the beautiful broadcaster, also Lakshmi Singh, enjoy this song. So going out to the beautiful Lakshmi, enjoy. Tora sa pyar hua. A little bit of love for you, a little bit of love for me. Let's go. Sonia Nazir, Walter, good evening, good evening. Yes, Connectity Posse in the house. Ashram, how you doing? Bibi Khan. Beautiful indeed. Good night to my beautiful aunties Zalini, Bhagru, Tyron Majamutu, Rishi Rambali, Jamila Umrao, Priya Budram, Tariq Khan, Neela Pawaru. Good night, Neela. I saw your garden is looking fantastic. I'm coming by for some same pretty soon. Guys, what do you think about that song? Beautifully done by yours truly, Tasha, her very first song. So guys, show her some love as I see you guys are doing the hearts. Thank you. Auntie Nili Naidu, it was great seeing you. Mahen, how you doing? Good night. Thank you guys for sharing the link and sharing the love. This is what we do. we put music out there. We promote our youngsters, our artists, because guess what? Music is the food for our soul. Radha Totaram, good night to you. Let's rock and roll with the beautiful Tasha. Tasha, that song I find to be beautiful indeed. And what's your next project? I know before her next project, she's launching her music video on my program. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday on Spectrum. So check it out. You don't want to miss that. And you can see it on my website for those of you who are not local, who don't have Spectrum TV, like who is in Orlando, Florida. So congratulations, beautiful song indeed. Tell us a little bit about the mix and mastered, who came up, who did the edit and the vocals and everything.
Thank you so much. You did a great job.
Jesh Ramanan, he loved the mix and master.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and yes, we'll see Jesh in just a few minutes. As we say, we have a live studio audience. It's always fun having my friends in the studio. We're chilling, and I see Mr. Steve Austin is bringing me some Cascadoo, some Hassa, I believe, from Florida. Not forgetting some Jammu, and thank you, thank you. So Tash, congratulations. I look forward to more videos, and I know Mr. Sandesh Dayal is in that music video. Jesh Ramanan and the whole team, you know, you might know so many familiar faces in this video. You don't want to miss it. Congratulations. Let's rock and roll. Annie Mangru, the beautiful Joy Rambaran. Good evening.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Guys, keep it locked. You're watching Shanaz Musical Sensation with DJ Bolt and Jesh on the side. Let's go. The time is now. Call the beautiful Rosanna Beaumont from Access 24 Homes, 516-322-0632. Access 24 Homes. One singer to another, the beautiful Sonia Chan, and he said, nice, sweet voice indeed. Abit, thank you very much. Auntie Nalini Naidu giving her some love. Sonia Nazir, thank you very much. Well, it's my handsome brother-in-law in Minnesota, Narendra Ramnarayan. Where is Omar Ramnarayan and Vishnu Ramnarayan?
She chunky it down, she making the achar. She don't want the way from my town. She light up the chulha, she warm up the tasa. Make the mitai and gulgula. Why did she wait? She got it this. Why did she wait? Look at she base. The bougie lock down the dark wedding place. The bougie lock down the dark wedding.
Mr. Tariq Khan, good evening to you. Jamila Umrao, Ani Mangru. Where is Navin Navin?
She's in charge. Dulhar of the cinder, Bauji see it trouble. Man, she even push a firewood. When the music played, Bauji started dancing. Every man jack she pulling. Why did she wait? She got it there.
Vibes we want to the party. Yeah, yeah. Bunty sing and Vanita Willie. We come to tell them again. Remix.
This one for the people now.
Hear the thing now. This beautiful princess love me like a brother, but her mother always accuse me to.
Somebody say Bounty sing. And the poor girl Benita Willie, fresh off the press, select the ball taken from the TOP for each and every one of you locked on to Shanaz Musical Sensation.
This are the vibes we want in the party. Yeah, yeah. Bunty sing and Vanita Willie. We come to tell them again. Remix.
This one for the people
her mother was the cause for her separation.
Kamini Bishun from Rose Hall Town.
Everybody put your hand in the air now. Let me see you throw your hands in the air.
For Waka, Robert Ram, Sanam Ali.
Let me see you put your hands in the air. Hands in the air.
When my mother came that day with two policemen, we were watching movies with Amitabh Bachchan
and DJ Bulls.
When my mother came that day with two policemen, we were watching movies with Amitabh Bachchan.
The police took us to the station. You still tell them that I will be your husband. I am in love with a girl, she is from Rosal Town, but her mother was the cause for our separation.
Marlene Sharma, the voice of Vinita Willie, and Bouncy Singh all the way from Homeland, Guyana. Mr. Robert Ram, good evening to you. Sono Juno, Abid Hussein.
Music boss, come and hey, you come by me and check me. Do me a favor and come and check me. And if you don't have time, dial my number and try to call me. All I want you do for me, bring
Somebody say Raymond Ram the Rhine.
don't make me get mad and cause I see. Better leave me business alone.
It's kind of hard for Kuli people to do that thing.
Business alone.
To leave your business alone. Sometimes I have to ask my neighbor my business because they seem to know it more than I know my business.
Better leave me.
Better leave my business alone. I gotta start charging you. Hey Varsha, good evening. Good evening. How many of you guys saw our live when we surprised Raymond last Sunday in the rain? Raymond Ramnaran, big up to you. And our meet and greet was awesome, awesome.
Best living my life, I don't have no stress. Like I used to, yeah. People minding their business. Like
The beautiful Liz Elizabeth.
used to, yeah. Why don't you
Anika Stewart.
go in me? You too my cautious and come and see. Man, I fed up at this. Why don't you mind your blinking business? All I want you do for me, bring back my business for me. Don't make me get mad cause I see. Better leave me business alone. Better leave me business alone.
Sing it out loud so your neighbors can hear it.
Bring back my business
Ivy sing.
alone. Better leave my business alone.
Raymond Ramnaran.
खफा है तो हमसे हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे तू खफा है तो हमसे हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे लगा है तुमसे लगा है तुमसे
Name the singer, name the singer. Jermaine, how you doing? Chandani sing.
तू खफा है तो हमसे
Jesh Ramadan, name the singer.
तुमसे तू खफा है तो हमसे हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे
I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet lady. Now I don't want to go back, fall in love with she. I come down to Trinidad and see a sweet lady. Now I
Guys, if you're local, do join us at Code Lounge tomorrow night as we're launching the beautiful
want to marry she. I want to settle.
organization World Here.
I'm going by the bandito.
Danny Ramsaran, Imran, how you doing? Robert Ram, that's right. Raymond Ramnaran is the music boss, but he is so humble, and we sat down in his hotel and we had a beautiful chat. You know, he's one of the humblest artists, you know, alongside Terry G.
जन सोवत खींचो खाचो ना हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे खींचो खाचो ना हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे 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 क्यों खफा है तो हमसे हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे क्यों खफा
Famous John from Queens.
हमारा जिया लगा है तुमसे
Seema Basalat, Mr. Watless Yassin from the Sunshine State. Mike Sinarine. Big up to our celebrity YouTuber, Mr. John from Queens. Believe me, after my program, it will be on his platform on YouTube, always promoting our Guyanese artists always free. Sonia, good evening to you. That is beautiful. Red Sonia, good evening. Robert Rom.
At night, I will hug her tight. When I see my ladki, she make me feel alright.
Where is Mr. Jesh Ramanan? We are waiting for him in the studio.
Mr. Bihari want me marry his daughter. He take me to a party.
Name the singer.
To get to know her.
Mr. Bihari.
Mr. Bihari want me marry his daughter. He take me to a party so I could get to know her.
Pick up the Princess Fluffy and the famous John from Queens.
A kind of way she movements remind me of Sally. Look how she whining. A kind of way she crying. A kind of way she movements remind me of Sally. Since Sally leave me, I am so much pain. Since Sally leave me, I just can't love again.
Cat's Beauty Bar. Right there on Liberty Avenue. Sima Basalat. Rada Totaram. Anthony Batson, Mr. Robert Trump, you are the winner. You get to take home Mr. Jesh Ramanan tonight.
I don't love for money. I don't love for fame.
I always like to keep my promise. If I say you can have him, you can have him.
Mr. Bihari, I want
My beautiful Auntie Shira Razan.
boy to love must find its way. Me and your daughter should take it day by day. Mr. Bihari want me marry his daughter. He take me to a party so I could get to know her. Look how she whining, a kind of way she whining, a kind of way she movements remind me of Sally. Look how she whining, a kind of way she crying, a kind of way she movements remind me of Sally. Since Sally leave me, I am so much pain.
The famous John from Queens Balcony. I believe SMS made her debut. I was the first artist to be on the famous John from Queens Balcony. I have to put that out there, you know what? And until this day, John has been a wonderful friend, a wonderful supporter. Yes, Mr. Madre, you're also a winner. You can have Jesh. Please come on down and collect your parcel. Please collect your winnings. And Mr. Jesh was our prize today. We have a song today by Mr. Jesh. Two beautiful tracks. One of them is in our playlist, also the video. This one is titled Obia. We'll keep it in the loop, but yes, let's talk. Welcome to Mr. Jesh Ramanan. As we have that one in the loop, we'll release it in just a few minutes. Jesh is no stranger to Shanaz musical sensation. You've been wonderful. Maharani Dubey, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Steve Barrett, good evening, watching us from Florida. Kim Pearl, yes, that was Mr. Anthony Batson. Indeed, a wonderful friends, you know, I have so much friends in Trinidad, and they always support Shanaz musical sensation, including all your team, you know, the folks who been doing my virtual shows during this pandemic. I want to thank all of you. Welcome, Jesh. I know you've been busy. You've been working on some videos.
Yeah, a lot of videos. We have a lot of songs coming out of Maha Productions. So yeah, we're just busy. This is my year. I took 2 years off the industry, as you know. So this year was the year to come back. So
wow, come back here with Maha Studio. That is big.
Yeah.
You know, that is the biggest in Trinidad, I must say. So guys, Jesh Ramanan, and you know what? I donated him to Arjun, and he donated him back to me. When I give something, I don't want it back because they say you get a cat boil. So I don't do take backs. You can have him. So Jesh, Obia, I believe, was the last track.
yes.
The music video, I should say, not just a track. It's a music video.
Yeah, we released the song with a video this time. So we're gonna be doing that, releasing all our songs with videos.
From now to December. I know you have that in mind.
Yeah, we have over 15 tracks right now, but out of those 15 tracks, we're gonna just release about 10, and the next 5 we're gonna wait until New Year's hits. And who knows, maybe if you haven't Julia's party into New Year's like last year, we could drop some new stuff here.
Right. That's awesome. We always have something going on in the studio. So guys, I know you're wanted to sing on the famous John from Queens Balcony. Make that happen pretty soon. Make John from Queens happy. He's a wonderful friend, a supporter of our community. He's been supporting you from day one. All the artists he's been supporting, you know, as long as they send him the music video, he puts it up on his YouTube channel. Happy birthday to Shiraz. Happy birthday to you from your beautiful mom, Rafina. And So what else you have? Obia is new. It's there. The famous John from Queens put that video up. Don't click on the video until we played it right here on
Well, I
Shanaz
must
Musical.
apologize to John because John been asking me for the past year, Josh, when you're ready to come on the balcony, and I'm like, all right, next week. But definitely next week, I will be available to sing on the balcony, you know?
Tomorrow we'll be at Code Lounge. If you guys want to pass by, it's a charity event. You know, tickets are just $40 as we're bringing awareness on launching World Care, a beautiful organization by a wonderful friend of mine. Hey, Tasha, Shami, good evening to you. So are you ready to release that song? I'm hearing it in the loop. Are you ready to release Obia?
Definitely.
The video or the audio? What do you guys want, video or audio?
Both. Let the DJ decide.
Let it go. Nisha Baksh. Let's give some credits to some of the artists. Nisha Baksh.
So we have Nisha Baksh, mastermind behind Obia Trap. We both wrote the English. Video, we want to say thanks to the Queen of Chatni Soka, Nisha Ramsuk, her sister Asha, her daughter Misha Ramsuk. My actors, Asha Sukdeo, Sandesh Dial, Syed Harry, Natasha Harry, and the baby, Sahil Harry. And the entire team, big up to you guys. You did really good. And not forgetting the Obia man who was in the studio a couple months ago.
Oh.
Shiva Samaru. I almost forget
I
Shiva.
met the Obia man and I didn't even know that was the Obia man, you know. I wonder if I eat anything from him.
I think you took a drink from him,
Oh
you know.
my goodness, now I'm in trouble. Let's go take a listen to the Obia.
The body, Obia. Tell them they believe in the Obia. What you say? The body, Obia. They believe in the Obia. Jingy, ala jingy. Maha Productions. Jesh, Ensha.
Some like Obia, some not believe. Some like Obia, some not believe. But nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive. Some like Obia, some not believe. Some like Obia, some not believe. But nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive.
The Obia lady say, bring a coconut broom. She slap them left and right and make them tip. She had to then. They went by the Obia man and listen to what he do. He make them bring a black folk cock and make them curry it too.
You're going down south and north, east and west. You're looking for an Obia man who is the best.
The body, Obia. They believe in the Obia.
You're going down south and north, east and west. You're looking for an Obia man who is the best. Now you take away the neighbor man and good Miami. But no amount of Obia could make you happy. No amount of Obia could make you happy. Some like Obia and some not believe. Some like Obia and some not believe. But nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive.
So I call Mother Con Hawks, meet you by the cemetery. She say, bring the ginger ale and a bottle of Hennessy. Well, the woman say the spirit is like the wet
The
delay.
beautiful Emily and Kathy.
What does make
Marlene, good evening. Barrett from the Rhine. Ohio locked in. Assure, good evening to you. The famous John from Queens.
Be careful what you're doing and what you believe. 'Cause what you do is what you'll receive.
Do good and good will come to you.
the body Obia? They believe in the Obia.
Be careful what you're doing and what you believe. 'Cause what you do is what you'll receive. If you only do it bad, one day you will see. No amount of Obia could make you happy. No amount of Obia could make you happy. Some like Obia and some not believe. Some like Obia and some not believe. But nowadays Obia, you cannot deceive.
out your wallet and don't forget to pay. She bring out a black candle and light it by the battery. Then Maha shout out and shout, what you doing to me? Jesh, Maha, Ensha, you see this? I done with this Obia.
Jesh done with that Obia. You think the song is great? You have to keep it locked for the video. I want you guys to share the link, share the love, as we will release a video right now on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Bharat Ramnarayan from Ohio, good night to you. Jay, how you doing? Sahodra Bazil, good night to you. Beautiful song indeed. But remember, prayers move mountains, and let's turn to God instead of turning to evil. Omesh Arjun, good evening to you. That song was meant just for fun, as when you start watching the video, you'll see how much fun it was making it.
Yeah.
So guys, it's all about the fun. And Marlene Sharma, good evening to you. The beautiful Emily and Kati Seema Basalat, good evening. Let's go with the music video, and it's titled Obia, I believe. Let's go.
Devotee, Obia. Tell them they believe in the Obia. What you say? Devotee, Obia. They believe in the Obia. Jingy, ala jingy. Maha Productions. Jesh, Ensha.
Some like Obia and some not believe. Some like Obia and some not believe. But nowadays Obia you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia you cannot deceive. Some like Obia and some not believe. Some like Obia and some not believe. But nowadays Obia you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia you cannot deceive.
The Obia lady say, bring a coconut broom. She slap them left and right and make them chip. She had to then. They went by the Obia man and listen to what he do. He make them bring a black for cock and make them curry it too.
You're going down south and north, east and west. You're looking for an Obia man who is the best.
Devotee, Obia. They believe in the Obia.
You're going down south and north, east and west. You're looking for an Obia man who is the best. Now you take away the neighbor man and go to Miami. But no amount of Obia could make you happy. No amount of Obia could make you happy. Some like Obia and some not believe. Some like Obia and some not believe. But nowadays Obia you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia you cannot deceive.
So I call Mother Con Hawks, meet you by the cemetery. She say, bring the ginger ale and a bottle of Hennessy. Well, the woman say the spirit is like the wet the ledge road, because that what does make them get up and start to float.
Be careful what you're doing and what you believe, 'cause what you do is what you'll receive.
Devotee, Obia. They believe in the Obia.
Be careful what you're doing and what you believe, 'cause what you do is what you'll receive. If you're only doing bad, one day you will see. No amount of Obia could make you happy. No amount of Obia could make you happy. Some like Obia and some not believe. Some like Obia and some not believe. But nowadays Obia you cannot deceive. Nowadays Obia you cannot deceive.
Jingy, alala, jingy, the Obia lady say, to light a candle, pull out your wallet and don't forget to pay. She bring out a black candle and light it by the battery. Then Maha shout out and shout, what you doing to me? Jesh, Maha, Ensha, you see this? I done with this Obia.
Beautiful song indeed. Good evening to each and every one of you. Locked on to Shanaz Music. musical sensation. I get carried away watching it in the studio. Always beautiful. Shaniza in Sean Ali, good evening to you and happy birthday to your brother-in-law Navin. Greetings are coming from your sister-in-law Shaniza. And yes, thank you guys for joining me on this beautiful Thursday night, which is very, very hot in New York. But Toronto, I heard you guys are dealing with some heat wave as well. We're ready to rock and roll. I know Jesh has a lot of songs, a lot of music in our playlist. DJ Bolt is a very big fan. You know, we're friends, we're fans, number one supporter. Hey, Pammy Hernandez, good evening to you. Roshni, good evening. Good. And I don't know what's Bolt's favorite song. What do you think?
Bolt's favorite song is you have two. Well, from generally.
Yes, for you.
For me.
Fayuz Ali, good evening to you. Mr. Hiralal Kishore, good evening to you. Rita, how you doing? Ken Sagar, how you doing? Yeah, which song do you think Bolt enjoy?
Deal with Him.
Deal with Him. Okay, so Bolt will take it away with your selection. Shanti Singh, good evening to you. Let's rock and roll. Let's have a fantastic day. Every day is a good day to make the most of your time with your loved ones. And, you know, tell somebody you love them today because tomorrow is not promised. It's not guaranteed. Don't make anyone upset. Remember, expressions, talking, communication is the key with any relationship. You have to talk it out. And Shanti Singh is working, but she's locked on listening to the beautiful songs. And I hope you could dance a little bit until Nalini Naidu. Jenny, good evening to you. Let's go.
जादू सजाने लगा पागल बनाने लगा कुछ यारे आने लगा कुछ भूले जाने लगा क्या ना करे क्या करे ये दिल क्या करे ये दिल क्या करे जादू सजाने लगा पागल बनाने लगा कुछ यारे आने लगा कुछ भूले जाने लगा क्या ना करी क्या करी ये दिल क्या करे ये दिल क्या करे जादू सजाने लगा पागल बनाने लगा कुछ यारे आने लगा कुछ भूले जाने लगा क्या ना करी क्या करे
Ye Dil Kya Kare, done by yours truly, Mr. Jesh Ramanan, and the beautiful voice, Nisha Baksh from Trinidad, and Ashish Baksh from Trinidad and Tobago. Sally Asgar, good evening to you. Mr. Fayuz Ali, Hiralal Kishore, Bibi, good evening, good evening. Thank you guys for being around with Shanaz Musical Sensation, locking on every Thursday, week after week, as we bring you the best of music, what's happening in the music world. As you know, I've been there, done that. All the artists, you name them, I've interviewed them. They've been on my program, whether it's on TV or Facebook Live. I know Facebook Live is new to so many of us, but I've interviewed everybody in the music industry. So there's not anyone else I'm missing out on, or I'm eager to introduce or eager to interview. So guys, there's always lots of new things coming up, and that's what I love about life. Every day is an opportunity to be yourself, be who you are, be an original, like original creation, you know what I mean? Be an original. Auntie Nalini Naidu, good evening to you. Fiona Stewart in homeland Guyana. Sahodra, good evening to you. Beautiful song indeed. Who's the star boy next to me? That is Mr. Jesh Ramanan. Mr. Jesh. So he's indeed a wonderful friend of our program, an editor, an all-rounder, I could say. He's very talented. When he's not filming in front, he is behind, right? And we love having him in the studio. He's always our tech guy and our sound engineer and our editor when we do need one. So thank you guys for tuning in to Shanaz Musical Sensation. I believe you deserve a tune to get on the dance floor. Selectable, give them your best. Let's go.
We're going to say, we're going to say big up to Asha Sukdev, the Obia lady in the video.
Yes. And that video was very fun. You know, give us some credits to who did all the effects and the directing of the effects.
So I direct the video here in New York. Misha Sukdev, that's Nisha, the Queen of Chattisgarh, her daughter, directed and filmed in Trinidad. All the green screen effects was directed by Sandesh Dial. Special effects was done by Shiva Samaro, that's the glow in the dark paint, all the... When you see we're looking like Green Juve, that was all his idea. And then we have the actors.
And then the Arawak.
Yeah.
Like
well, I was putting colors. Well, I went to regular colors. So I was putting colors, and then somebody brought it to my attention that, yo, you were trying to create the Trinidad flag. I was like, no. So it was upside down. And I was like, no. We wasn't trying to put any flag, but just the mess, like.
Yes. It looks like the warrior,
Yeah.
The warrior sign. So Ash Sukdale, good evening to you. Good evening to all you wonderful folks. Jesh is a wonderful friend indeed.
If you ever need anything, any problem fixed, just call her and she will shake up.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that's it. Get them fixed, You can make Jesh a little taller, that will be good.
Yeah. Just 2 inches. Just 2 inches.
I don't know what inch you want to get taller, but let's go. Select the both and the ones and the twos. Somebody said, Jimmy. Emily and Kati, good evening. Mr. Rajiv Nandalal, our wonderful dancer in the building. Jimmy, let's go. Calling all the Jimmys to the studio. The beautiful Marlene Sharma, Fiona Stewart, Sally Asgar, Mahendra Maharani Dubey. I know Jesh have to leave. He'll bid you guys farewell. There's so many projects he's working on, and I wish you all the best. This is your time to shine as you took off 2 years from the music industry. You didn't take off. You were helping everyone. You were helping all your friends, and I know you were editing. And the next music video coming out is done by Mr. Prince. Navin Prabhu has another music video. I enjoy all his videos. You can check him out on the famous John from Queens YouTube channel. You know, John is a wonderful friend, a wonderful supporter. And yes, I am proud to say I was the very first West Indian probably who showed up on the famous John from Queens balcony. John, please don't put up a picture of that clip because I was this skinny as I was looking at pictures. I was this skinny. And that's a long time ago. As I said, I've been there, I've done that. On my Thursday live, I look forward to come and enjoy my friends, their company in the studio. I'm not interviewing a lot of folks because it's time to bust some music for you guys out there. Relaxation, put you into that weekend mode when you should enjoy your friends and your family. Life is short, time is precious. Make hay while the sun shines. Let's go. संदेश दयाल
देख देख के रास गया ये जान शम्मा पे परवाने क्यों होते हैं कुर्बान ओ मेरी जान ओ मेरी जान ओ मेरी जान ओ मेरी जान
देख देख के रास गई जान चन्ना पे चकोरी क्यों होती है कुर्बान.
Well, it's Mr. Dindy. I'll sing all the way from Connecticut, watching Shanaz musical sensation. I wonder if he's exercising in the gym right now. So, Mr. Dindy, I'll sing good night. Thank you. The beautiful Vanessa Matura. Vanessa is locked on, and I know Select the Bold have her beautiful track. So, let's go. Done by yours truly, Vanessa Matura. Enjoy.
She danced in every corner, she's in charge. They both you taking over. She danced in every corner, she's in charge. When is she waist? She got a taste. When is she waist? Look at she face. The body locked down the dark wedding place. The body locked down the dark wedding place. They both you taking over. She danced in every corner, she's in charge. she eat rubber. Man, she even push a firewood. When the music play, Bougie started dancing. Every man jack she pulling. When is she waist? She got the taste. When is she waist? Look at she face. The Bougie locked down the dark wedding place. The Bougie locked down the dark wedding place. The Bougie taking over. She danced in every corner. She's in charge. Don't want to waste time at all. The Bougie don't want to waste time at all.
A story about my true lover. Girl, you know that I love you, but I love up me.
The beautiful voice of Vanessa Matura, Javed Rahim, good evening to you. Mr. Inderjeet Paul, good evening, good evening. That's right, the poor song. Hey, Salma Ahmad, good evening to you. Veronica Jaglaw, where is the warrior? Mr. Apache Warrior.
A story about my true lover.
Voice of Mr. Ranjeev,
Love you.
Ramdeen,
My girl says she leaving, cause I only
Vera Paul,
pack up all she things and she leave and gone. My girl says she leaving, cause I only drinking. Pack up all she things and she leave and gone. I tell she come back home, cause I can't do this alone. It have something that I want you know that I love you. But love me daru too. You know that I love you, but love me daru too. I just only do and do. No matter what, I can't please you. How you want me pick and choose when I love up me daru too. Hey, I love me daru. I love me daru. You know I love you, baby. The rum only secondary. But when you're acting crazy, 2 shots just make me happy. No, I can't hide it no more. Oh, I tell you for sure. You want to be with me and start a family. It have something that I want you know. You know that I love you, but love me daru too. You know that I love you, but love me daru too. I just only do and do. No matter what, I can't please you. How you want me pick and choose when I love up me daru too. Hey, I love me daru. I love me daru. Story is long time that we've been alone.
Farouk, yeah. The remix. Bring set out. It's a love.
the people Shanta Ram Rup, Amrita Bud Ram, good evening, good evening. Thank you guys for locking on to Shanaz Musical Sensation every Thursday live right here. The famous John from Queens, good evening to you. As I'm watching the beautiful video done by Mr. Apache Warrior Mana Gallus in the studio right now. Yes, good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday to each and every one of you. Welcome the beautiful Razia Hussein, and you know Razia Hussein loves Zalima, so we have to get Zalima on our playlist. We haven't played that in a long time, so the beautiful Zalima will be dedicated to Razia Hussein. Where is Navin? Navin and I Love My Daru was done by Mr. Ranjeev Ramdeen. Samrad in the air, put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air. Farouk Mumtaz Ali.
You turned my darkness into light. You made everything alright. You lift me up when I was down. You turned my life around. Blessing is what you are to me when I need someone. You're right. You know I love you. You came into my life and make my
the Firish platform. Somebody say Man a Gal is by Mr. Warrior himself, Apache Warrior, a wonderful friend of Shanaz musical sensation. Let's go. Select the bolts on the ones and the twos.
Some man never talk about them a gallus, but when you check it out, the boy them a gallus. But you see the warrior, me living at the galness, with the queen bee or the princess. No stress, here why? Have no gal every day of the week. You can't rest like time you can't sleep. Have no gal every day of the week. You can't rest like time you can't sleep. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Double on a Sunday, double on a Sunday. Gal a knock on me door, feel insecure. Be Sweet dumb from ceiling straight to the floor. Just them a said that I me them adore. Last time I go them shoulda meet me before. Meet me before. Gallus, 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 gallus. Have no girl every day of the week. You think can't rest like time you can't sleep. Have no girl every day of the week. You think can't rest like time you can't sleep. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Double on a Sunday, double on a Sunday. Some man, them say that them a gallus, but them gal run away and left them very gallus, gallus. But me living at the gallus, where the queen bee and the princess. Me a living at the palace, where the virgin and the goddess. The crown me the baddest. You know the girls they love me, but regardless, regardless. Hear why? Me a have dog girl in every description. Some of them rich and some of them poor. Have dog girl in every nation. Young a Brazil and down Singapore. If you want a girl, me say me you fi check. Have them enough, just like the store. Me back one and half, we go import some more. 10 from Kingston and young a Portmore. 10 from Trinidad and El Salvador. Pan babies, me say me got 44. They're pretty like angels, you just can't ignore. Gallus, 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 gallus,
The voice of Apache Warrior himself, Ganga Prasad, good evening to you. Chandrika Dari, good evening, Rishi Rambali, Fawaka, Kaise ho aap mein bahut acha ho. Good evening to each and every one of you. Dignitary, somebody said dignitary and Terry G, let's go. Enjoy, select the bold is on the ones and the twos, and here is Mr. Dignitary.
Well, this year one is a special dedication, dedicated to each and everyone in every nation. Senator, we talk them off, we understand. Watching the man represent, Mr. Fi put up on no one. Proud of your culture and where you come from, represent. Mr. Fi put up on no one. Proud of your culture and where you come from. No matter for your color and your complexion. Respect you one to each and everyone.
Suriname se nikle, Trinidad में आए,
I hear that.
Guyana से निकले,
All Guyana must
India में आए, धीरे धीरे कुछ तो करके काम जमाएंगे.
Hear what the man say.
Day and night मेहनत करके पैसा कमाएंगे.
So watch out now.
जमैका से निकले, सेंट मार्टिन में आए,
All crew.
टोला से निकले, अरूबा में आए. कुछ तो करके काम जमाएंगे.
Bang bang bang.
Day and night मेहनत करके पैसा कमाएंगे.
Well, watch out, man.
जमैका से निकले, सेंट मार्टिन में आए, टोला से निकले,
Yeah, hear me?
अरूबा में आए.
Watch out. Respect, everybody to respect, say respect, everybody to respect, say respect, everybody to respect, say respect, everybody to respect. Go tell them dignitary, talk it live and direct. Me say no respect in every aspect. Go the north and south, me say east and west. Go tell them dignitary are the mic architect. Just push up your hand and pick up your chest. No commentary, G-car, you know we are God bless.
यहाँ पिया कर देखा हॉलन पे गंगा निराले. कैसी कैसी बस्ती बस्ती ने रहने वाले. यहाँ पिया कर देखा हॉलन पे गंगा निराले. कैसे कैसी बस्ती बस्ती ने रहने वाले. ये देख के सारा हम दो चकराए.
Hear what the man say.
ये देख के सारा
Well, watch out now.
हम दो चकराए. धीरे धीरे कुछ तो करके काम जमाएंगे. Day and night मेहनत करके पैसा कमाएंगे. सुरीनाम से निकले,
All crew.
Trinidad दाद में आए गाया से
If you have a dedication, please send it the week in advance or the day before my program. If you like to advertise on my program, please reach out to me before my program airs. Select the bolts on the ones and the twos.
मेहनत करके पैसा
Done by Mr. Dignitary and Terry G.
से निकले
Done by yours truly, the beautiful Tasha Harry, who just left the studio. Beautiful indeed. Is now to buy yourself that beautiful home. Call Access 24 Homes, the beautiful Rosanna Beaumont, 516-322-0632, 516-322-0632. Access 24 Homes, Rosanna Beaumont. As I'm seeing all your inbox, all your messages live on our Facebook screen in the studio, so as everyone else. So keep it live. And yes, thank you for joining me on Shanaz Musical Sensation.
Yo, Central. Kelly on the beat, boy. Casey Bunny spending money.
Welcome, the beautiful Sabina G Love, Kamal Hassan.
Making money. Mallory been a chutney, spending money. And them they love a week, how we making money. Get girl like Sunner Popo, Tula him just wine and go. Bunny down and put it on slow-mo. Wedding night, so just bend down low. Girl and them they love we bad. Indian bars from Trinidad, yeah, drink everything, go be what we head bad. Chutney's just so she wine like she mad. Girl 1 2 1 2 3 4. Wine girl.
Sherry Hassan, good evening, good evening.
Like your auntie and drop.
Marlene Sharma, good evening to you. Anita Jagru.
Casey Bunny spending money. Casey Bunny, yeah, we making.
If you have a song dedication or a song request, please send it the day before my program airs.
Money, girl and them they love a week, how we making money. Just watch how she start to dance like she.
To advertise on Shanaz Musical Sensation, call 631-805-6605.
She love for sure. Dula and Dula him take 2 shots, daddy punching. Roti chana pumpkin, all the gal them start whining. Gal whine.
Nishal Balki soon.
Wine roll up.
Sandesh Dayal. Mr. Jay Ramanan just left the studio. And the beautiful Tasha Harry, beautiful tune indeed.
जो तेरी खातिर तड़पे
Somebody says Zalima.
उसे तड़पाना ओ जालिमा ओ जालिमा जो तेरे इश्क में बहका पहले से ही क्या उसे बहकाना ओ जालिमा ओ जालिमा जो तेरी खातिर तड़पे पहले से ही क्या उसे तड़पाना ओ जालिमा ओ जालिमा जो तेरे इश्क में बहका पहले से ही क्या उसे बहकाना ओ जालिमा ओ जालिमा आंखें मरहबा बातें मरहबा मैं 100 मर्तबा दीवाना हुआ मेरा ना रहा जब से दिल मेरा तेरे हुस्न का निशाना हुआ जिसकी हर धड़कन तू हो ऐसे दिल को क्या धड़काना ओ जालिमा ओ जालिमा जो तेरी खातिर तड़पे पहले से ही क्या उसे तड़पाना ओ जालिमा, ओ जालिमा।
Special dedication going out to the beautiful Sherry, coming from Jamal.
चोट दिल पे वो खाई मजा आ गया मेरे रश के कमर.
The beautiful girly Persad, a wonderful singer indeed.
जोश ही जोश में मेरी आगोश में आके तू जो समाई मजा आ गया.
For sharing the link and sharing the love. I hope it's on everybody's Facebook page. And if you know someone who's enjoying the music as well, remember to share it to their Facebook. DJ Danny, good night to you from Mr. Raj Prasad. Bharat Misir, good night, thank you very much.
रेत ही रेत थी मेरे दिल में भरी, रेत ही रेत थी मेरे.
Anna and Kathy, thank you for being the sisters for Marlena. The beautiful Marlene Sharma.
जो तेरी देखी शराबी
old is gold, as they say.
हो गया.
And we'll keep it right here for the next 30 minutes or so.
ओ मेरे यारों संभलना.
Remember to spread some love, spread some joy, make someone day a little bit brighter.
गुलाबी आँखें जो तेरी देखी
And communication is the key
हो गया
to any relationship. Beautiful tulips background.
दिल में मेरे ख्वाब तेरे तस्वीर जैसे हो दीवार पे, तुझ पे फिदा मैं क्यों हुआ, आता है गुस्सा मुझे प्यार पे. मैं लुट गया मान के दिल का कहा, मैं कहीं का ना रहा, क्या कहूँ मैं दिलरुबा. बुरा ये जादू तेरी आंखों का, ये मेरा कातिल हो गया. गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया.
Beautiful Madi Satram from Florida, Nala Rubber Beer.
मैंने सदा चाहा यही, दामन बचा लूं हसीनों से मैं, तेरी
Congratulations on a booming, bouncing baby boy, the beautiful niece of Girly Prasad.
तुम्हारे ये इशारे हम तो दीवाने हैं तुम्हारे राज़ ये कैसे खोल रही हो तुम आँखों से बोल रही हो जादू आते हैं तुमको सारे
तुम्हारे ये इशारे हम तो दीवाने हैं तुम्हारे छू लेते हो तारे जो दिल के तुम ही बताओ तुमसे मिलके जानो दिल कोई क्यों ना हारे
तौबा तुम्हारे ये इशारे
The beautiful Nirmati Dad, welcome, welcome.
जादू जादू
The beautiful Monique.
खनेरी खुशबू खुशबू
सांसें हमारी महकी महकी नजरें तुम्हारी महकी
Shamir Budram watching us from homeland Guyana.
है जैसे चमन होश उड़ा दे ये नजारे
तौबा तुम्हारे ये इशारे हम तो दीवाने हैं तुम्हारे
और राज़ ये कैसे खोल रही
Tune is taken from the movie Chalte Chalte.
से बोल रही हो जादू आते हैं तुमको सारे तौबा तुम्हारे ये इशारे
The beautiful Razia Hussain. Somebody says Zalima. Congratulations to your beautiful niece, the beautiful Girly Prasad.
कोई नशा है छलका छलका होश बचा है हल्का
Welcome, Mr. Raymond Bacchus. Mary Ann Lou, good night to you.
खोए खोए जागे लेकिन सोए सोए
मचलती रहो पिघलती रहो आँखों के घेरे में हमारे
Old is gold, dedicated to each and every one of you locked on right now. Sing it.
हम सफर मेरे हम सफर पंख तुम परवाज हम जिंदगी का साज हो तुम साज की आवाज
हम सफर मेरे हम सफर पंख तुम परवाज हम जिंदगी का गीत हो तुम गीत का अंदाज
हम सफर मेरे हम सफर
आँख ने शर्मा के कहती दिल की शर्माने की बात
एक दीवाने ने सुने गीत मिलन
The voice of the legendary singer, Mr. Devendra Puran, indeed. The beautiful Monique Spicer. Girly Prasad, congratulations. Chandrika.
हम तुम युग युग से ये गीत मिलन के गाते रहे हैं गाते रहेंगे
Raymond Bacchus, Terry Prasad. Welcome, Sheila Mata Prasad. Welcome, welcome. All the classics that you enjoy on Shanaz Musical Sensation, selected by yours truly, DJ Bolt.
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है,
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए, कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए। तू अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थी कहीं, तू अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थी कहीं। तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए, तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए।
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता,
Mr. Rodney Wilson, Robert Ross,
ये बदन
Rishi Rambali,
का है।
Babita Prasad, good evening, good evening. Thank God it's Thursday, it's your day to relax. I needed your groove.
एक दिन बिक जाएगा माटी के मोर, जग में रह जाएंगे प्यारे तेरे।
My beautiful auntie Una Prasad.
बिक जाएगा माटी,
It was awesome seeing you on Saturday.
जग में रह जाएंगे प्यारे तेरे वो। तुझे के होठों को देकर अपने की कोई निशानी छोड़,
Beautiful Savagery Singh, Raymond Bacchus, John from Queens.
बिक जाएगा माटी के मोर,
Feroz Khan, good night, good night.
रह जाएंगे प्यारे तेरे वो। ला 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 ला।
Chandrika Dari, that's right, DJ Bolt bringing the house down. All the tunes you enjoy, and yes, he knows your selection.
अनहोनी पथ में कांटे लाख बिछाए, होनी जो फिर भी बिछड़ा यार मिलाए। अनहोनी पथ में कांटे लाख बिछाए, होनी तो फिर भी बिछड़ा यार मिलाए।
Love, love, and more love going out to each and every one of you.
क्या हुआ तेरा वादा,
Somebody said tune.
वो कसम वो इरादा। क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, वो कसम वो इरादा। भूलेगा दिल जिस दिन तुम्हें, वो दिन जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन होगा। क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, वो कसम वो इरादा।
Gurdas Nan Kumar, Terry Prasad.
शाम बेवफा
मत बोले झूठ मत बोले शारा रा 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 शारा रा 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 रा
All this goal and Ramlochan, good evening, good evening. Hey, Mr. Gurdatnan Kumar, good evening. Beautiful girly Prasad, Anita Jag Group. Love is in the air. That is all of my love to each and every one of you on a beautiful Thursday night in NYC. I must say, give praise and thanks for being here to share in your company some beautiful music. Beautiful Auntie Una Prasad.
चमक रहे तारे आँखों में बसी हो मेरे सपनों की रानी हो आँखों में बसी हो मेरे सपनों की रानी हो चौदहवीं का चाल हो जवानी ही जवानी हो मेरी जिंदगानी हो
दिल भर जानी रात सुहानी
शारा रा 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 शारा रा 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 रा
काली रतिया धड़क से रही हटिया
चमक रहे तारे हाय जिंदगी की
Love and more love. Girly Prasad, I'm glad to have you here on Shanaz Musical Sensation. If we're alive, let's give some praise and thanks. If we're sick, let's pray for each and every one of us and our friends to get a speedy recovery. You know, pray for somebody today. Make the mountain move. Prayers do move mountains. Marianne Lou, good evening to you. Gurdatnan Kumar, thank you very much. As I enjoy being here in your company every Thursday, whether I'm just playing music, I love entertaining you guys. And yes, I love having some guests as well, but there's no guests that I actually really need to interview because I've been there, I've done all of that, and playing music is just what I love right now on a Thursday night for you guys live.
जिंदगी की ना
Somebody say Kranti, Bibi Farouk.
जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी
प्यार कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी
जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी प्यार कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी
ओ लंबी लंबी उमरिया को छोड़ो
लंबी लंबी उमरिया को छोड़ो प्यार की एक घड़ी है बड़ी प्यार कर ले ओ प्यार कर ले घड़ी ओ जिंदगी की ना टूटे लड़ी प्यार कर ले घड़ी दो घड़ी
Beautiful Chandrika Dari, thank you. Anita Jagru. Sending some love to the beautiful Sheila Mata Prasad.
उन आँखों का हंसना भी क्या जिन आँखों में पानी ना हो
उन आँखों का हंसना भी क्या जिन आँखों में पानी ना हो
वो जवानी जवानी नहीं जिसकी कोई कहानी ना हो
Classic indeed by yours truly, Mr. Devendra Puran. Yes, and he has so much more videos on the famous John from Queens YouTube channel. Check him out after my program. And he did enjoy performing on our virtual show back in December for you guys. Gino Ali, good evening to you.
प्यारे प्यारे तेरे होठों के दो फूल
Bibi Farouk, I'm going on vacation with you.
मेरे प्यार की बहारों के नजारे अब मुझे चमन से क्या लेना क्या लेना
तेरे आँखों के दो तारे प्यारे प्यारे मेरी रातों
Bansi Madrumutu, Bansi Prasad, Raymond Bacchus. Bibi Muhammad, good evening, good evening.
तेरी काया कंचन कंचन किरणों का है जिसमें बसेरा तेरी सांसों महकी महकी तेरी जुल्फों में खुशबू का डेरा तेरा महके अंग अंग जैसे सोने में सुगंध मुझे चंदन बन से क्या लेना
तेरी आंखों के दो तारे प्यारे प्यारे मेरी रातों की चमकते सितारे
If music is a food of love, then we shall play on. Those good old days.
मैंने देखा जब से तुझको मेरे सपने हुए सिंदूरी तुझे पाके मेरे
Wishing you a speedy recovery, the beautiful girly Prasad. As prayers do move mountains, let's pray for somebody today.
पिया एक तेरा प्यार मेरे सोना सिंगार मुझे अब दर्पण से क्या लेना
तेरे होठों के दो
The beautiful Natasha Khan watching us all the way from the beautiful Antigua.
मेरे प्यार की बहारों के नजारे
Well said, Mr. Robert Rom. The good old days are the best. The beautiful Bibi Farouk, Seema Prasad, good evening, good evening. Nitram Sukmangal, how are you doing? Lila Wat to sing, good evening to you. It's nice seeing you. Sing along if you know the tune.
टिम 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 तारों के दीप जले नीले आकाश तले हम दोनों की प्रीत फले
टिम 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 तारों के दीप जले नीले आकाश तले हम दोनों की प्रीत फले टिम टिम टिम
Mr. Rohan Naidu.
झिलमिलाती है शबनम की परछाइयाँ
Welcome, welcome, Mr. Hari Sankar. Where is Mr. Jesh Ramanan?
है शहनाइयाँ
चांद किरणों की
Tasha Hari was in our studio today releasing her brand new single.
मेरा ही देखो अंगड़ाइयाँ टिम 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 तारों के दीप जले नीले आकाश तले हम दोनों की प्रीत पले
Dim, dim, dim.
मैंने तेरे लिए ही सात रंग के सपने चुने सपने सुरीले सपने
Dolly Nath,
तेरे
Emo,
लिए ही सात
Gordon.
रंग के सपने चुने सपने सुरीले सपने कुछ हंसते कुछ गम के तेरी आंखों के साए छुराए रसीली यादों ने ओ मैंने तेरे लिए ही सात रंग के सपने चुने सपने सुरीले सपने बातें, छोटी छोटी बातों की है यादें बरी, भूले नहीं बीती हुई एक छोटी घड़ी। छोटी बातें, छोटी छोटी बातों की है यादें बरी, भूले नहीं बीती हुई एक छोटी घड़ी। जन्म जन्म से आंखें बिछाई तेरे लिए इन राहों में, ओ मैंने तेरे लिए ही साथ रंग के सपने
ओ मेरे दिल के चैन, ओ मेरे दिल के चैन, चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए। ओ मेरे दिल के चैन, चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए। अपना ही साया देख के तुम जाने जहां शर्मा गए। अभी तो ये पहली मंजिल है, तुम तो अभी से घबरा गए। मेरा क्या होगा सोचो तो जरा, हाय ऐसे न आए बरा कीजिए।
Classic for your truly. Dear Roy, good evening, Robert Rob. All is always gold.
दिल के चैन, चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए।
Suresh Singh, Dear Roy, the beautiful Razi Hussain, Girly Facade.
आपका अरमान बना मेरा तराना और नहीं, इन झुकती पलकों के सिवा दिल का ठिकाना।
Name the tune.
सागर किनारे दिल ये पुकारे, तू जो नहीं तो मेरा कोई नहीं है हो। सागर किनारे
मेरे जीवन साथी, my life partner.
किनारे दिल ये पुकारे, जो नहीं तो मेरा कोई नहीं है वो। सागर किनारे जागे नजारे, जागी हवाएं, जागे नजारे, जागी हवाएं, जब प्यार जागा
It's a throwback Thursday.
हो पल भर को दिल की दुनिया सोई नहीं।
कच्ची डोरियों 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 से
dedication going out to Navin. Navin.
यारियों में होंदे ना फासले ए नाराजगी कागजी सारी तेरी मेरे सोहणिया सुन ले मेरी दिल दियां गल्लां करांगे नाल नाल बैठ के अख नाल अख नूं मिला के दिल दियां गल्लां करांगे रोज रोज बैठ के सच्चियां मोहब्बतां निभा के सताए मैनू क्यों दिखाए मैनू क्यों एवें छोटी मोटी रुस के रुसा के दिल दियां गल्लां करांगे नाल नाल बैठ के अख नाल अख नूं मिला के
Savagery Singh, Sitaram Karan,
तो छुपा के रखा खत से
Guru.Nand Kumar,
अपना बना के मैं तेरे लिया यारा ना पावे कदे दूरिया तो लफ्ज़ ही है बात एक ही है क्यों दरमियां फिर रुकी रुकी कह भी ना पाए रह भी ना पाए क्यों बेवजह है ये बेबसी तुम में हम है हम में तुम हो तुमसे हम है हमसे तुम हो किस्मतों से मिलते हैं दो दिल यहाँ हर किसी को नहीं मिलता यहाँ प्यार जिंदगी में हर किसी को नहीं मिलता यहाँ प्यार जिंदगी में खुश नसीब है
Love is alive. Love is alive.
ये बहार जिंदगी
Love is what keeps the heart beating.
हर किसी को नहीं मिलता यहाँ प्यार जिंदगी में
मेरी राहें तेरे तक है तुझ पे ही तो मेरा हक है इश्क मेरा तू बेशक है
The tunes that warm up your heart.
मेरा हक है
साथ छोड़ूंगा ना तेरे पीछे आऊंगा छीन लूंगा या खुदा से मांग लाऊंगा तेरे नाल तकदीरां लिखवाऊंगा मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा सो तेरी मैं कसम यही खाऊंगा कीते वादे आनू मरा निभाऊंगा तुझे हर बारी अपना बनाऊंगा मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा
Sending all my love to each and every one of you on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Thank you for being in our company every Thursday right here on Facebook Live. Select the mode, sending his love to you as well.
We come to shop them with X amount of votes.
be the last one standing or show me you could be the one
तू अखियां मिला के तूने नेड़े आजा फिलहाल हिल पाके नी तेरे उत्ते मरता
तू गला बड़ी करदा बिगड़ के बखा जा नेड़े नेड़े आ तू आजा सोनिया no no
I wanna see you wine like Rihanna
She burn it up like the summer. She turn me on with a bum diggy diggy bum bum. You got me like crazy. Get you calling with a bum diggy diggy bum bum.
Andy Condial.
Get you calling. पागल हमारा घर पागल आजा हमारा घर घर पागल हमारा घर पागल
Robert Ross, Guru.Nan, Kumar, thank you guys for being in my company. Thank you. Share the link, share the love. Send me your request for next Thursday live.
Girl, know you want me. Then I took it to hold your girl. You know me. Then I thought I was about. She made it junkie. Akhiyaan lagaiya. Tu dil na chura ke. Tu churiya churaiya. Tu gal bur kar di. Aate na samjhava. Nede nede aato aana soniya.
Rohan Naidu and your beautiful wife.
तोर सा प्यार हुआ है तो रहे बाकी तोर सा प्यार हुआ है तो रहे बाकी हम तो दिल दे
Done by yours truly, Tasha, Harry.
हम तो दिल दे चुकी बस तेरे हाँ है बाकी तोर सा प्यार हुआ है तो रहे बाकी तोर सा प्यार हुआ है तो
Samantha, Zara, and Syra. Happy Thursday to each and every one of you from Safra Zaid. Auntie Nalini Naidu.
कौन सा मोड़ आया जिंदगी के सफर में बस गया तू ही तू अब तू मेरी नजर में कौन सा मोड़ आया जिंदगी के सफर में बस गया तू ही तू अब तू मेरी नजर में हम तो दिल दे चुकी हो हम तो दिल दे चुकी बस तेरे हाँ है बाकी तोर सा प्यार हुआ है जो रहे बाकी तोर सा प्यार हुआ है तो रहे बाकी
Mr. Kamal Hamid, Razi Hussein, Nasib Haq,
दिल नहीं मेरा बस
Fareed Sankar.
ये सोचती हूँ दूर रूसा मेरा सुने आज भी क्या
As you pull the curtains down for Shanaz musical sensation just tonight.
जो तेरी खातिर तड़पे पहले से ही क्या उसे तड़पाना ओ जालिमा
All you beautiful Zalimas out there, good night. Remember to love yourself first, put yourself first, and don't ever let anyone take advantage of you or your love.
ओ जालिमा
The universe will reward you for all your good deeds. So do good today, love someone, love yourself.
ओ जालिमा ओ जालिमा
The beautiful Anne Ramlochan, good evening to you.
जो तेरे इश्क में बहका पहले से ही क्या उसे
Special dedication going out to beautiful Razi Hussein.
ओ जालिमा आंखें मरहबा बातें मरहबा मैं सौ मर्तबा
Raymond Bacchus.
दीवाना हुआ मेरे
Zafra Said, thank you, Bibi Mohammed.
दिल मेरा तेरे हुस्न का निशाना हुआ जिसकी हर धड़कन तू हो ऐसे दिल को क्या धड़काना ओ जालिमा जो तेरी खातिर तड़पे पहले से ही क्या उसे तड़पाना ओ जालिमा
Spectrum TV every Saturday, 4:30 p.m. is Shanaz Musical Sensation, our TV version. Please watch our show, support our sponsor that make our West Indian program possible on our television network in New York City. On 24-hour, you can watch my program on www.shanazmusicalsensation.com. Click on the merchandise tab and yes, order, customize your t-shirts, your mugs, etc.
तेरी नज़दीकियों का इत्र तू खोल दे
Exotic Prince. The beautiful Vanessa Matura.
ये दिल तो मिला है
भी नहीं था ऐसा हाल होगा इश्क में
ये दिल तो मिला है सिर्फ तुझे प्यार करने